even if I'm at the Diddy party, I'm there to tell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm there to see who the is in here and what do y'all get from being in here. So nobody likes to have me around. I'm there for bad intentions.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 in the morning.
And then the freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw her go upstairs, and these dudes are like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room, and these guys are it's like...
And pros. Like, apparently he was getting mail. That was one of the rumors, like the freak off. So he would hire the professional dicks to have sex with the girls, and I think he would watch, allegedly. That's what was alleged, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And that's the other thing, like, I wonder, like, is that just a power thing?
It's a Caligula thing.
What does that mean?
Caligula, like the emperor?
Folks, them Ibiza Tapes just got serious. And now every celebrity who ever stepped into Diddy's freak-off circles could be facing exposure. JoeRogan and Katt Williams are already locked in, dropping names and calling out who is supposedly on those tapes. Word is, this ain't just rumors anymore. The receipts keep piling up, and the streets are watching closely to see who starts running for cover. The feds reportedly secured permanent control of them AA tapes from Diddy's stash, and suddenly the whole game is sitting up straight. Ever since the sentencing went down and he got hit with them for years on the RICO counts, those Sony DVCM cassettes have reportedly remained in court custody. Raids at the Miami mansion allegedly uncovered them alongside hard drives, phones, tablets, the whole lot. Court papers reportedly say they were property used in the same scheme that ultimately led to his conviction. Word on the street says some tapes may have leaked. Now these two heavy hitters are treating the AAA tapes like the receipt that could finally connect every face that allegedly moved through them freak-off circles. The first name they put on blast is Ellen DeGeneres. Joe and Katt both pointed out how she disappeared the moment the Diddy heat got serious. Packed up, left the country, settled in England, and stayed quiet ever since. The public explanation was politics and wanting peace. But the streets, along with these two, are saying it looks more like panic.
All right, what does the panel think of Ellen leaving the country? Oh, this I find so fascinating because first Ellen is canceled by the left. I mean, she said, I was kicked out of show business. That wasn't from the right. That was because she had a toxic workplace and all the things that the people are. So then Trump gets, so she's canceled by the left in her country, but then she's leaving the country because the right got elected. I'm just asking about that. I don't, it doesn't completely compute, right?
Did she sell her house?
Do you think she's really going to leave?
Yes, she's already there.
Where?
And she announced it, England. Cotswold, England. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know, I've met her mother, and I don't think she would have agreed with that. The mother is very down to earth. Her mother.
She's always lived in L.A., right?
Yes.
Now she's in the Cotswolds? Yeah. I give it like 4 months.
Ellen and Diddy weren't just casual acquaintances. He was a regular guest on her show, joking about the parties, dropping hints about that lifestyle, while she sat right there smiling along. Old clips of her giving him nicknames that feel seriously uncomfortable now keep resurfacing.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about that.
Joe said the energy in those old segments feels completely different once you understand what the freak-offs allegedly were. Katt went even further, saying when powerful people start disappearing right before the files come out, that is never random. Add the Twitch situation to that. The official story says suicide, while the conspiracy talk claims he may have seen something he was never supposed to see. And Ellen's early exit starts looking calculated. Joe and Katt are asking the same question out loud. If them Ibiza tapes ever get played, how many of those old show laughs are suddenly going to look like cover? The next name making the rounds is Ashton Kutcher. Joe and Katt both focused on old footage of him at them elite parties, smiling, dancing, and looking way too comfortable. The energy does not come across like a man who felt out of place. When he was publicly asked about those rooms, he froze, stumbled through his answers, paused for long stretches, and gave nervous laughs. The kind of reaction that makes people lean in.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot. I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane.
Then the Danny Masterson letters resurfaced again. The ones he and Mila wrote defending him after the conviction. That support eventually cost Ashton his position with the anti-trafficking organization he helped launch. Joe said the timeline feels extremely tight. Katt said when a man is that deep in the same circles, then suddenly starts distancing himself, once the heat arrives, the streets are going to notice. Both kept questioning just how deep Ashton really was in Diddy's world, and whether any of that comfort was captured on the IAA cameras. Then there's Russell Brand, the British one whose name keeps floating around. Old clips of him and Diddy on a private jet, sitting close, laughing, giving off the kind of vibe that makes people seriously side-eye it. In one moment, Brand even talked about feeling controlled, like he had no choice but to go along with it. Joe and Katt both locked onto that line.
Go. Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? We are on the plane right now, on our way to Vegas. It's called What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas. I'm here with this is my new best friend right here. My new best friend. Hello. Rusty Rocket. Is this for Twitter? Yeah, yes, also known as Russell Brand. Yeah, we're going out on like a date. A straight guy date. Like straight guy date. To a guy's night, 48 hours. Puppy, with like with a normal date between like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women, the best possible result of that date is
Diddy's new to me, right? He looked after me. He took me on an enforced holiday to Vegas. He's a very intense man because I think he come from nothing and now he's very, very powerful. People that do stuff like that, they're intense. Now, I like him. He's very influential. Say that you don't want to do something and Diddy does want you to do it. It's really hard to not do that thing.
Is it the mind?
He's a bit like the mind. Like, he's very influential.
With everything now known about how Diddy allegedly moved people, that admission hits completely different. They're asking how far Brand got pulled in what he witnessed, and whether any of that private jet energy ended up on the same tapes the feds just secured. The streets are already connecting the dots, just like these two are. Sliding straight into the next name is Paris Hilton. She was front and center at the white parties, birthday bashes, and high-profile gatherings for years. Old posts keep resurfacing where she praised one of Diddy's house parties as unforgettable and called him a man with a heart of gold. That line definitely did not age well. Katt pointed directly at the receipts. Paris was not simply showing up for the vibes. She was close enough that people are now questioning what she saw away from the cameras and whether any of those nights were captured on the AA equipment. Silence from someone that visible is never neutral. It protects something.
The best party I've ever been to was at Blank's house.
Puffy's 50th birthday. It was so sick.
Yeah.
Epic.
Now the list moves toward the partners who lived inside that orbit full-time. Kim Porter's name hits differently. She was not simply a guest. She was at the center of Diddy's world for years. Mother of his children, with full access to the business, the parties, and the patterns. The official story surrounding her passing was pneumonia, straightforward and simple. But the streets never completely accepted it. Jaguar Wright has been vocal for years, claiming Kim allegedly knew too much and was working on a book called Ready to Talk.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said it was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia.
Joe and Katt both brought that up while discussing the AA tapes. If Kim was really that deep inside, the chances of her never appearing anywhere in the footage seem slim. The timing of her exit still feels wrong to a lot of people, and these two are clearly not willing to let the issue go quiet. Next up is Jennifer Lopez. History already places her at the center of one of Diddy's most infamous nights, the 1999 club incident. A woman was shot, Shine took the fall, and Jennifer walked away clean. The woman who was shot later claimed she saw Diddy pull the trigger. Rumors about the gun being handed back afterward never completely disappeared.
You have said since really right after that it was P. Diddy who shot you.
I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first.
An 18-year-old, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave.
J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Katt even took a public shot at her over dating Diddy and staying silent when it mattered. Joe also brought up that history while discussing the tapes. They questioned just how much she really witnessed during those early years, the parties, the recklessness, and whether any of that energy was eventually captured on the ISA cameras.
It's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Then there's Cassie. Her story is the one that moved from whispers to court documents. She filed, testified, and described years of control and situations she did not want. The freak-off messages where she said it made her feel dirty still circulate. Male escorts backed parts of the pattern. The settlement involved serious money. Joe and Katt both said when somebody is that deep inside the system and then decides to speak, the tapes become the next layer. They are asking what else she witnessed that never made it into the filings, and whether any of those private sessions ended up on the same cassettes the government just took permanent control of.
Katrina, good morning to you. I understand you were inside the courtroom during Ventura's testimony. That the transcripts are just horrific. How did she hold up?
Errol, she broke down on the stand yesterday as she was testifying, and that was one of the most striking moments of the day, when she was moved to tears as she was giving, as you said, this very graphic and pornographic testimony. The moment when she broke down was as she was talking about how angry he would get with her sometimes, but also when she was asked about whether or not she enjoyed these, they were called freak-offs, the encounters that she engaged in with him.
And she said that after that first freak-off, she said she felt dirty. She didn't want to do it.
Like it's a strange dynamic to have Cassie be as visually like stunning and sexy as she is, and then you know a part of you is like, I really want to go in and do this, but then the other part of you is like, this mother in the corner over here dictating how to do this and how to do that is like really like pulling me in the opposite direction. So you take that and then you add another guy to the mix, and it just gets real strange, man, especially once he becomes like active and you fall off and you just sitting there watching like, yo, like it's just weird, bro. I don't know how else to explain that, man. It is weird.
Young Miami's name stays in the mix because of pure loyalty. While everything was falling apart, she stayed 10 toes down, wrote to the judge, and talked about therapy and change. The streets called it lifestyle protection. The jets, the bags, the access, plus whispers that she was present at some of the same parties Cassie described. That same inner circle energy keeps floating around. Joe and Katt both pointed to the pattern. When the ship starts sinking, the people still standing on deck face the hardest questions. They want to know whether any of that loyalty energy was recorded while the cameras were rolling in
the side of Diddy that isn't always seen or spoke about.
Naomi Campbell's name comes up whenever the Epstein talk and the Diddy talk overlap. The street narrative has her opening doors, connecting people, smoothing access, modeling opportunities, private trips, and exclusive invites that look glamorous on the surface. She acknowledged working with Epstein, but claimed she did not know the full picture. When the Diddy heat arrived, she quietly erased the association.
The paper does manage to make it clear that you were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No. And what he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else.
Janice Combs sits in uncomfortable territory. A loyal mother in the courtroom, front row through everything. But the darker narrative paints her as teaching the charm, the control, and the power plays from an early age. Old clips of the lip kisses, matching polish, and recovery videos after wild events still keep circulating. Whispers that she understood the machine and helped protect it never completely disappeared. Joe and Katt both asked the same question. Was she simply defending her son, or was she part of the system that kept him untouchable for so long?
Oh, this is gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Gina, who spoke once, then went completely quiet. She was inside, dated him, and moved through those same rooms. She said Cassie warned her. She described the control, the monitoring, and the punishment that came with trying to leave. Then the interview stopped. Street Talk says pressure, NDAs, and freeze-outs. Joe and Katt treated that silence like evidence. When somebody speaks out and then disappears, the tapes become the next place people look for confirmation.
Let's talk about the physical, if you're okay. Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously you terminated baby one because you loved him.
Mm-hmm.
How long after you guys started dating is when did the physical start?
The first time it ever happened, which was not even like that long into the relationship, because I met him in February, and then it was probably like the beginning of May, because we were at Meek Mill's birthday.
Okay. Misa Hilton was foundational, mother of one of the sons, architect of the early image, in the room when the playbook was still being written. When Cassie sued, she did not defend him. She quietly supported Cassie. That kind of silence speaks loudly in street language. People believe she got out before the system fully escalated. Every name Joe and Katt put on the table circles back to the same set of cassettes the government just locked down. The ones seized during the raids, the ones tied to the prostitution counts, the ones recorded on that old Sony DVC. The contents remain a mystery for now. The judge will decide whether to keep them, destroy them, or something in between. But the streets and these two hosts are already treating the list like it is public. The people who laughed through the parties, the ones who stayed loyal, the ones who disappeared early. All of them are under the same light. And the online community, they have been loud about it. One user clowned Diddy. Diddy wants to party for 48 hours. You got to tell him no. Another wrote, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Not for long, Diddy. Not for long. This user said, well, good on Russell for understanding way back then that Sean Combs uses people. So, what do you think is really on them? Ibiza Tapes. Which of these names do you believe got caught in the frame? And which ones just lived close enough to feel the heat? If the government keeps the footage or destroys it, does the silence protect the powerful or simply delay the next wave? Drop your thoughts in the comments and click on this next video.